Risk management, the key to save you from drawdown. I mean, it's not the only key. I mean, mindset as well as like one of the other aspect as well. Your system, right? If your strategy is profitable or not profitable. Risk management plays a major role in the whole trading industry because your winners are not eating your losers. You're doing something wrong, right? You need your winners to always eat you losers, right? This is going to be my risk management. Real quick before we start off, make sure you guys join Discord. Link this is down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and let's get straight into the video. Risk management is a major fact. Is a major factor of trading, right? Because without risk management, how you ever supposed to make money, right? You could, let's just say, take a good trade. You risk about you over risk, you make good money, right? Guess what? Do the same risk again, you lose. Now you're emotional. Okay, same risk again, you lose. But the first trade you took, you're now you have you're in a state of where you think you're gonna win. You're only gonna win. You risk more, you lose. Then you don't have the right risk management. Then eventually you just blow up your whole account. That's not feeling similar. Probably does, right? To you, probably. I know you guys. I know you guys. Some of you guys been through this, right? How do you use the right risk management, right? The way you can use the right risk management is through three things. One, if your rule says so. Two, this is primarily for trading prop firms. Three is, you know, same thing again. Rules. Let's see why I repeated rules 2 times. You should not be breaking even. I'll have to say that there would have been if you feel like breaking even or if you feel like de-risking. No, no, no. You can't go based on your feeling. You can't go based out of your PNL. You must always go based out of your data, right? Out of data is that this 1 minute order block should perform over time, and 1 minute order block perform over time, right? You guys thought out, but you guys get it right. Over time, you would know over the long term, you would know this 1 minute fair value gap or whatever. I'm saying the 5 minute CIs, the 2 CIs data you have, the entry model you have will perform over the long term, and you make your profit in the long term, right? Short term, you're gonna have losses just like this. Long term, you're gonna be profitable, right? But when that happens, when you know that system will work, but you feel like you should be de-risking, you're going based on your feeling. You're going based on your emotion now, right? You're not going to data because the data says over the long term you should be making profit. So why don't I risk the normal size, right? And that's why I say rules 2 times, right? The reason I say rules 2 times is because your rules know, okay, this is my rule. Over time, I journaled this. Over time, this is what it says. Okay, that's my rule. Now, over time, it says that SMD divergence, I like to do SMD divergence trades, I should be de-risking because over time, it does not purge liquidity. So we must de-risk. So I de-risk on the SMD divergences, right? And other rules such as what else? Wait, what are the other way you could break even through your rules? Such as to me having 3 consecutive losing streak, right? I've had 3 straight losing streaks. I must de-risk by 50% of my initial, entry. So if let's just say I'm risking, let's say I lose -3 RR, so that's -3%. And once I have -3 RR, next trade I'm going to be risking 0.50%, right? So if I lose the next 3 trades, I'm losing about 1.5% because I took 0.50%, 0.50%, 0.50%, right? Let's just say I take another 3 loss somehow, right? Eventually, let's just say once that happens, I do this again from the 50% of the 0.50%. So it's basically 0.25%. So now I'm risking 0.25% until I gain 3%. Until I gain 3 winning streaks. So once again, 3 winning streak, I upsize I up my size once again to 0.50%. Right. So every time I will up my size up by 50% if I have 3 winning streak. Right. But maximum 1%. Right. I cannot go past 1%. I cannot go past 1% and funded accounts or live accounts, right? The challenges, I do not follow this rule, but in funded account stages, I definitely do, right? And my challenge account, the S&P divergence rule, I for the de-risking and S&P divergence trades, I will definitely follow that rule. And funding accounts and in challenge accounts and in live accounts, right? But the only one I won't follow is the 3 consecutive losses, right? If I go based on my feeling and I constantly like add on risks, the risks without having data, just primarily going on my emotions, I'm literally going to fuck myself up because then eventually, at one point, I'm gonna get in a bad position where my winners are not eating my winners and my losers are eating my winners by a heck ton. Eventually, this like, what's the point of me trading there, right? What's the point of me trading that, right? So this is how you use the right risk management. Another way you could do is in challenges, the way I do it. In this case, this trade was a 34 RR. Yes, you may say unrealistic. It's probably to gain market stopped me out, right? Because I was going to the weekly CRT high as my final take profit, right? And this specific trade, the risk management could have been I should have de-risked. Why should have I de-risked on this trade? Because in prop firms, you need an 8% win for phase one, 8%, 5% gain for the phase two, right? I'm going for a 34% gain. So I must be de-risking by at least 50% of my position, right? So if I go to second take profit, I'm, good enough to pass that count, right? At least to get 3-4% up, right? Because the first second take profit is going to be a 5%, 11% gain. So that's enough. That 11 divided by 2 is 5. So I'm making 5% gain. Right? So I'm making more than enough. So I could sort of de-risk on this trade. So that's a new way you could trade it, right? By using the prop firm strategy as well. So if you're in a prop firm, right, and you're in the challenge stage where you need to get 8% or 5%, let's just say you need to gain 5%, but you're already up 2%, and you get like a 6% RR, 6%, 6 RR trade, you risk. Why? Because now if that trade goes on a loss, you're losing less. If it goes on a win, you pass it to the challenge account, right? But because you guys, even if you risk, let's just say 1% and you make a 6% gain, right? You're not gonna that 6% gain is not gonna do nothing to you. It's not gonna do nothing. Why? Because you're in a challenge phase. You're not gonna get paid from it, right? So I might as well just de-risk, right? So this is how you can de-risk. This is how you use the right risk management using rules, using the prop firm way, and using what was the other one? Yeah, that's it, right? Rules and the prop firm way, right? So thank you for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys later. Join the Discord. Don't join the Discord link. Description down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.